And right now, like, he got me this whole setup, so there's like no backing out now. Let's get started. Okay, everyone, this is our first one. Really exciting. This is a level design speedrun by Maverick. Let's get it started. So right now we see Maverick stamping down assets, and he's just kind of extruding out, and that's just basically one asset that he's reusing over and over. And then we see him placing textures onto the cable train. That's grunge. He's putting grunge on top of the cart as of right now to show some wear and tear. You'll be given one asset, like a long pole, and you can do so much with it. You just gotta be creative with the asset packs that you purchase. He's stamping in some buildings and he's rotating them. This kind of looks like he's going through a pack of about 4 or 5 buildings. And we're also seeing that he's creating this platform. Platform is actually gonna cut off the player's view. This is called occlusion.
Imagination.
Don't want the player to actually see the end of the world, because if you do that, you're gonna have to process the whole environment. So you cut off their view with these platforms that are raised, environmental tricks, trees, fog, atmospheric perspective, stuff like that. It looks like he's actually doing this whole scene just to get rendered into an image. So he probably has a camera off on the side on another screen showing maybe the trolley cart where he's going to end, so then he knows where to place certain things to kind of create a good composition. Let's see. So he's adding some deer. Aww. And I hope they move. So he got the deer and it came with the animation on it. Probably moved the keyframe to where the deer had its head raised, and then now he shrunk it down, made it like a little fawn next to a doe. So that's just the same asset, but he reused it. Now we're kind of adding some cars. Oh look, there's my 370Z right there. Now we're kind of adding some more light. So this light source comes with a lamp. If the light doesn't come with a lamp, you can just get a lamp post and you can go put a little light source inside of it within the scene, and that'll work just well. Now we have some trees. Looks like he's not using a huge variety of trees, maybe only like 2 or 3, but he's scaling them up and down and he's placing them organically and kind of twisting them, which is exactly what you're going to want to do. So it's really important to kind of get those little tricks. Yeah, overall, I mean, he's just kind of tweaking and adding, probably going back and checking his camera a lot in the other scene, making sure that everything looks good. This was a bustling city before it was overtaken by, maybe this is COVID. This is post-COVID. I hope not. Oh, we're adding some birds. Got some more nature going. The birds work for the bourgeoisie. Remember that?
The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
They do, though. I mean, they're on the cables because they're charging up all day long. I loved the whole placement of everything, the composition. I thought it was really well done. Good job. 10 out of 10, Maverick. Also, too, my dog is named Maverick. So that's a win. Yeah, that's a win in my book. So can't do wrong. Okay, who's next? Sean Connery. Let's go. Who's next? Winter Forest Cabin. I got my notes here because I'm prepared. This is a really solid video. And I have actually watched this one multiple times in the past when trying to learn about Unreal Engine and Unreal 4, Unreal 5. I have personally always been a Unity stan myself. So Unreal has always kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I really did move over to speedruns to kind of learn about Unreal Engine. I love how he started from ground zero, and now we've already seen him stamp in trees. It looks like he's going in and he's laying down a snow terrain. And we also have really nice occlusion, so then our view doesn't go too far. Everything is sitting well within the composition, and if you're an art major, you know what that means. I'm not an art major, but I mean, I understand like what composition, I understand what composition is. Now we're going inside of the creepy murder cabin, and he's adding in a light that's looking outside of the window. So that's gonna be nice. You don't have to fill up the entire room with light. You can just fill up the windows with light, and then that looks like the room is like illuminated from the inside. So that's gonna go really well. I don't really know how I feel about this cabin. It kind of looks like I can get murdered in it, but then at the same time it looks cozy. Like I want to be there, but then I know that there's a high risk of me dying in it. What I really like about this environment run in general is that Unreal Engine is completely showing right now. And he's showing us his file structure. He's got all of his meshes in here. You can just pause the video and you can see how he's like structuring out his assets and how he's staying organized, which is a really big and key thing because you want to make sure that when you're going and you're learning this stuff, like I always say, I'm always learning. You want to find people who give you valuable information. And I think this speedrun is giving me like top tier information. Slow it down. And I just kind of take it step by step, see what he's doing. Okay, so it looks like he was getting like a shader in. We could see that he threw in his own little shader, getting his textures in. But now let's check it out. Oh, wow.
Wow. Look at this.
This is actually really beautiful. And here's our creepy Christmas lo-fi cabin. Do we want to go in there? Will we get murdered by an ex-murderer? We'll never know. But it looks fantastic. He did a great job. We have some nice particle effects for the snow that you probably put in visual effects on the outside. We got cool light source coming from the house. We got a good reflection from the ice pond. Great composition. Lovely. I love it. I don't know how to outro.